Hola, bienvenidos a mi primer vídeo sobre The Witcher 2. Estoy en el acto primero. Geralt Rivia es el protagonista, es el que está a la izquierda y está hablando con sus amigos sobre las últimas noticias del reino. Entonces ya empezó la conversación y tengo varias opciones para elegir. Entonces voy a seleccionar esta de aquí. Bueno, si me deja cambiarlo de lugar.
Since when have you worked for Roach?
Hey, nobody said a word when you went out to save Temeria from the Grand Master and his mutants.
Relax, Dandelion. I was just asking. Do what you want. You're an adult, kind of.
That wasn't very supportive.
Laugh away. At least I decided to do something constructive.
You used to spy for Redania, now you're spying for Temeria. Some might call you a traitor.
Ever tried to live off of poetry alone? The truth is, I'm a citizen of the world. As long as I don't serve Emperor Emir, I'm not doing any harm.
Leave him be, Geralt. You play the spy a bit, get bored and drop it. You know how he is.
The dragon, well, the dragon appeared, and that's all I know.
But where did the Lavalettes get a dragon? We heard it fought on their side, huge as a barn, they say.
Dragons don't usually take sides. Maybe its lair was nearby and it just felt threatened.
If you hadn't driven it off, Foltest might not have taken the castle.
Maybe. We'll never know for sure. Triss, you're the expert on Temeria. Tell us who's in charge now.
It's chaotic and getting worse. The old families are fighting for supremacy, no holds barred.
Baron Kembolt and Count Marivelle, I bet.
Among others. After the assassination, while Geralt was in the dungeon, the lords convened in a field near Lavalette Castle to choose
Ahora
a
está
new
hablando
ruler.
Tris Merigold
3
sobre las
days they
intrigas
debated,
políticas que hay
and
en
it
el
looked
reino.
more like a bazaar than a meeting of nobles. Except the trade was in court and ministry positions, spheres of influence, royal privileges.
Humans.
In spite of several duels and 2 poisonings, no king was chosen. Civil war was in the air.
Están a punto de iniciar una guerra civil.
Did they ultimately resolve anything?
No, it ended as usual. Sadly, John Natalis remains our only hope.
Ah, the victor at Brenna, and Foltest's most tried and true field commander.
During the deliberations, he was several days' march from Lavalette lands, with an additional 2,000 armed men in tow. He's to keep the peace until a rightful monarch is chosen.
He could find that ruling is to his liking.
Natalis is a soldier at heart. He's not suited to rule, and I don't believe he even wants to.
He's got the army behind him.
Which is why he can guarantee peace. Why, a tenuous one, sure, but that's always better than civil war. Besides which, he's deeply in debt to a dwarven bank in which Philippa Eilhart, as sorceress, holds significant stake.
Where were the mages?
Aye. Where were the grey eminences of this world when they were truly needed?
They weren't invited. Neither was I. But if not for their intervention, or rather that of a few influential sorceresses, Baron Kembolt would have taken the throne.
I was invited to sing at his court once. Afterwards, he refused to pay me, and the food was awful. No way I'll stay in Temeria if he's crowned.
I think I've heard enough about politics.
Como podéis ver, tampoco es que le guste mucho la política a nuestro personaje.
Laredo said you're working with the Scoia'tael Zoltan.
I have done many things in my life, Geralt, but I have never stooped to banditry.
The Scoia'tael don't consider themselves bandits.
But I am no Scoia'tael.
Foltest's killer lay in wait in the tower, where the Lavalettes had hidden the royal bastards. He was well informed.
Wait a minute, what were you doing there?
I was protecting the king. After the first attempt, Foltest began treating me as his lucky charm. He ordered me to be at his side during the battle.
Está contando lo que ocurrió durante el prólogo
The
del
killer
juego.
disguised himself as a monk, a blind one at that. He let Foltest greet his children, waited until I had walked off, then cut the king's throat from ear to ear.
How did he flee?
Jumped out a window into the river below. You're with Scoia'tael were waiting in a boat. It was planned.
And you're chasing him because he murdered the king?
I was accused of the murder. I need to clear my name. Besides, I looked him in the eye before he escaped. He's a witcher. Then some brave Temerian soldiers showed up, piled on me, and knocked me out.
Save yourselves, good folk! The beast
Aquí empieza la
attacks!
acción.
We better get out there. Someone's casting spells.
What sort of sorceress are you? A lot of good you did. Can't you hear me? Why didn't you help him?
He's alive, isn't he?
The beast nearly pulled him in the water while you stood staring like a calf at a shit-covered clover.
Watch your words.
Where's this beast?
Ask her.
Geralt,
I guess we knew each other.
Oh, look here. Birds of a feather.
let's say I've heard of you.
Master Witcher, this is foolish. The beast near pulled Sozek into the depths, and you're simply chatting with this damsel.
Sozek's alive, and nowhere near the depths. The monsters vanished without a trace.
You best take her seriously, lest you vanish without a trace.
Ahora puedo elegir dos opciones, la pacífica o la agresiva. Vamos a probar con la intimidación.
I'm tired of your whining. Get out of here.
Ah, as ever. It's the common folk that get ploughed. Come on, lads!
I apologize for interrupting, but I am Louis Merce, and I am chief person in charge of all matters related to monster hunting in Flotsam. It is in this capacity that I must inquire if you're willing to attempt to resolve the problem of our so-called Kayran, the beast that now blocks all trade traffic on the river.
So, Witcher, are we willing?
I usually work alone.
I was here first, and I'll not relinquish this contract. My way or the highway, as the locals put it.
Fine. Your way it is.
You must contact the merchants on the waterfront as regards any rewards. Madame de Tanseville has, I believe, already conducted some preliminary negotiations.
That I have.
Al final se asocian los dos para derrotar al monstruo.
Triss, how long must I wait for you to introduce us?
Sheila de Tanserville, advisor to Queen Zulika of Kovir.
Kovir's a long way north.
True. I had my doubts if the Kayran was worth the journey, but those were dispelled with what it showed today.
Here to hunt down some ingredients?
Triss Merigold. Sharp as ever.
You're thinking that...
Troll eyes, ghoul venom, virgin's blood, all those disgusting marvels we take from dying species to
Matan a
throw
las
into the
bestias
cauldron
para
it
coger
sucks.
ingredientes
Right,
de ellas.
Triss?
Absolutely. Virgins are a dying breed.
Oh my. Your sense of humour seems to be intact too.
Está
But
insinuando
enough
que
of
lo
these
hace mucho la
pleasantries.
otra.
Tell me, Geralt. You saw the tentacle. What do you make of it all?
The beast must be huge. Maybe inhabited one of the Pontar's tributaries before, hunting animals. Then it grew for some reason, and hunger drove it to seek fresh pastures.
And on the Pontar it found trade barges burgeoning with obese, slow-moving merchants. You're partly correct. Cedric claims the Kayran emerged from the northern swamps approximately 1 month past.
Cedric?
An elf, formerly a Scoia'tael. Strange bird, but he knows quite a bit about the area and its living wonders.
I need to look around, find out a few things.
An investigation, witches' rituals, extracting secrets and such.
More or less. I'll talk to the merchants about the reward, pay Cedric a visit and get back to you.
You'll find me at the inn. I've rented lodgings there, on the upper floor.
You know the inn's also a whorehouse.
Thanks for the warning.
I always said, go ask the mason to take you as his apprentice.
Vale, ahora tengo que hacer varias cosas. Tengo que hablar con los mercaderes sobre lo que sepan sobre el monstruo y también tengo que hablar con el que me da, con Cedric, que me dará información. Entonces vamos a ver. Vale, los mercaderes del puerto.
You free?
No, working my arse off like a...
Esto es la taberna.
Come on, nearly got him. Go on, a wee bit more. Change your grip. Humans know as much about arm wrestling as I know about screwing trolls.
Es que debería estar por aquí. Los mercaderes. Ah, vale. Por aquí. Por aquí. Por aquí, ¿no? Que vaya por aquí.
What do you want?
Heard you have a problem.
Ah, if only we had just one. Highways washed out, forests full of bandits, a river beast blocks the port, and tolls that arise.
Can't help with the tolls, but the monster's a possibility.
A sorceress said the same, but we've yet to see any results.
She's asked me to work with her.
And who's to pay your wage?
That's what I'm here to discuss.
The sorceress was to manage alone. You can split that reward if you wish.
A contract like that requires preparations. Costly preparations.
Hay que negociar.
You want an advance? I've but a handful of orens now, though it should buy you plenty of drink and a few hours of ploughing.
I was thinking of the potions we'll need. Now tell me what you know about the beast.
You're the Witcher, damn it! I've no knowledge of these things.
Who could tell me more?
That ploughing elf, Cedric, most probably. He's supposed to know all about monsters.
Where can I find him?
In the village, outside the walls.
Como podréis haber
Now leave me
observado,
be.
los ojos del brujo son diferentes a los de los humanos.
You might want to stir it.
I don't stir.
Lo que no sé es cuántos orens me ha dado. A ver. Unos cuantos, 200 por lo menos. Aquí se ve la cantidad de dinero que tengo. 555, antes tenía como 300 y pico. Y el peso que puedo llevar. 300 es el máximo, 166 es lo que llevo.
Oh no, I'm not talking to a freak.
Wait a minute.
Be off, or I'll call the guards.
Por aquí se sale de la ciudad. Por aquí fue donde me tendieron la emboscada a los Scoia'tael al principio. Unos elfos que se dedican a robar.
At least my feet will be clean.
It's raining.
Lovely.
Aquí hay ingredientes para las pociones.
I'm a witcher! Ha-ya!
Vamos a ver. Aquí tiene que estar el enano. O aquí, no lo sé. Voy a ver si es por aquí.
Oh. Was it you who ate little red wedding?
Yes, lovely.
Con el medallón puedo descubrir dónde están las plantas más cercanas.
Well, well, I had an inkling and it didn't disappoint me. It was a long voyage to this cesspit, but it's about to make sense. Voltest's killer, live and in person.
Bueno, aquí vamos a tener problemas.
Happy and healthy?
Can't complain.
I am delighted, really. But you see, it's a long way back to Vasima, and I'd rather not dawdle. I lost a load of time looking for you.
No reason to waste any more talking then. Bon voyage.
Listen, Jester. You're worth more to me alive, but if need be, I will take you back as a corpse. You choose.
All right. Give it a shot.
Drop your sword and put your hands together, or I'll not vouch for what...
Shut up. Go ahead. Try to kill me.
Wanted man here. Grab him, boy. No need to fear those witches' tricks. I've got a turtle gun.
Quieren matar, pero usando los hechizos y usando bien la espada podemos acabar con ellos rápidamente. Una orden de arresto. Vamos a leerla. Seguramente tenía una orden de arresto para mí. Veamos. Sí, exactamente. Supuestamente por haber matado al rey Foltest.
climate change. It's the fault of the sorcerers.
A fine mess you have here. Dwarves stealing bread from the mouths of honest craftsmen. Elves wandering among decent folk.
Creo que aquí está el
Couldn't agree. No.
Exactamente.
Shall we just walk up and ask him like that?
Hey boss, look who's graced our smithy. That titan of the art of smithing can't hear us. Busy, work's a blur in his hands. And how are you, Witcher? Things working out for you?
Nice workshop.
Bah, it's no workshop, just a simple forge. But thanks for the compliment, both in my name and the master's. So how can we help you, eh?
Vale, me falta un material, mineral de plata. Tengo todo menos el mineral de plata, que es precisamente la espada de plata. Pero bueno, ya volveré. Tengo que encontrar información sobre varias especies, sobre los neckers, sobre los endriagos y sobre el troll. Entonces, vamos a ver. Vale, Cedric seguramente sabe algo sobre todo, sobre el Kayran, los neckers y los endriagos. Así que vamos a buscarlos. Vamos a marcarlo aquí. Lo que pasa es que no aparece marcado en el mapa, ¿no? Así que vamos a poner el Kayran para que me lleve hasta Cedric, que está a las afueras de la ciudad. Vale.
So how's it going, Dick?
What's it to me? Flotsam's got a garrison. We don't need a witcher.
Vamos a ver por dónde se sale. Por aquí creo que es. No, por aquí no es.
Where might you be going?
What kind of question is that? Anyway, know where I can find an elf named Cedric?
Don't get involved in this.
You did turn pale when we met Sheila.
You must have imagined that.
Never mind. I'll find out for myself.
How?
We're going hunting together, right after I find Cedric.
Well, then let's go see him. He should be at the top of his observation tower.
Aquí también un herrero. Esto es lo que más que se puede acercar. Y... madre mía. Por aquí se sube hasta el árbol de Cedric, un elfo que antes se dedicaba a robar y a saquear y que ahora es un ciudadano de la ciudad de Flotsam.
In Belk. It'll be nearly a year now.
Moril would delight in a day like this, Saharan. Enjoy the memory of her. Don't wallow in the longing.
I try, I do. But I cannot believe all the bad blood this disappearance has bred.
Don't let other Shay poison your memory of her. Hatred is but an outlet for helplessness.
Thank you, Cedric. Vafail.
Vafail.
Wanted to see a vista, eh?
Greetings, Witcher.
Are you Cedric?
Who asks?
Geralt of Rivia.
Ah, the Witcher. And?
Triss Marigold.
Lovely scent, Triss.
Cedric, look at me.
What do you want, Geralt of Rivia?
I need to make a few orens. You wouldn't happen to have a job for a witcher, would you?
Vamos a intentar
There's never a shortage
primero
of
por
work
un
for a
trabajo
witcher
normal
in
y
this
corriente.
forest. It's positively teeming with beasts. Though I'm not surprised they come here in droves.
Know why that is?
Cursed places attract all sorts of scum, like dung attracts flies. There was once a great house in the clearing. They locked up lunatics there. During the war with Nilfgaard, it was raised in a fire. The lunatics broiled in their cells. The ruins remain cursed to this day. 2 daredevils went off to explore the ruins recently. They haven't been seen since.
A great house, you say? Tell me more about the building itself.
It was an old manor house that was converted into a mental institution. There was no shortage of lunatics in wartime. They just kept coming. Reverend Mercey locked them up in there and looked after them. If you find the 2 people lost in the ruins of the mental asylum, you stand to be handsomely rewarded. By them or their family.
Ya tenemos un trabajo. Buscar a los 2 desaparecidos en el manicomio.
No harm in trying. The massacre in Rivia. It came back to me, I remember. The angry mob murdering non-humans, a young boy with a pitchfork.
Anything else?
Death, or a state close to it, I'm not sure. I felt life draining out of me.
I was there. I arrived a moment later. Too late.
Don't worry, Triss. They're only memories. We have bigger problems to tackle now. Something tells me that in recovering my memory, I'll find out a lot about what we're dealing with now. How's it living with Roach's soldiers?
Splendid. I know every shit joke that anyone's ever thought up. Plus, I've learned how to burp out the official title of the Emperor of Nilfgaard without reaching for beer. Shorty's told me about his 16 children, all named after Temerian troop divisions, and I know his nickname has nothing to do with his manhood. Nice to know that you care, though.
Glad to see you in a good mood.
I think I actually like them. They're good people. One of them even proposed to me.
Who's the brave man?
Sorry, that's a secret.
And here I thought Roach's boys had an ounce of respect for me.
Alguien le propuso matrimonio.
I'm looking to hunt in this area, and I could use some advice.
I'm no witcher. I set traps, snares, try to keep neckers away from Lobindon, that's all.
I'm aiming a little higher than Neckers.
The old man? Meaning the Kayran? Finally, Laredo's splurged. Listen, I'm not one to teach your grandmother to suck eggs. You witchers know your work. But if you pay me, I can prepare a useful trap.
What kind of trap?
Puncturing trap, immobilizing trap, even decoys to pull monsters into an ambush. Whatever you like. Since I can easily finish off an ensnared necker, it should be child's play for you.
Vamos a ver qué es lo que tiene. Ah, bueno, él me puede fabricar la espada de plata, pero yo quiero una trampa. Pero no aparece, porque no tengo ninguna fórmula. Solamente tengo la espada de plata.
I aim to kill the Kayran. Heard you might be able to help.
That depends on the sort of aid you seek.
I need information.
We should have killed it years ago. Now I don't know. The beast has become too large for the riverbed, and it has strange growths on its tentacles, extremely thick skin. Previously, it inhabited a swamp along one of the Pontar's tributaries. Completely wild terrain. Even the Scoia'tael don't venture there. You should go see the wreck of the boat it recently sank. Inspect any traces it's left. See the destruction.
Where's this wreck?
Venture south into the forest, then turn east toward the river. You'll find the ruins of a bridge erected long ago by the Enshe. The wreck lies at their foot.
Thanks, Cedric.
You'll find me by the boat wreck.
Jeez, Triss. Sure you're not overusing those teleports?
Don't venture so near the forest.
Quiero preguntarle una última cosa a Cedric antes de que se vaya. Pero se está yendo. Y no me va a dejar.
The elf woman you were talking about. How did she disappear?
Saharim believes the forest took her.
What do you believe?
Moril simply vanished, almost a year ago now. Some say she was too beautiful, and Dwan must have harmed her.
You believe that?
If I have no evidence before me, I try to trust my feelings. And they tell me the forest did not take her.
Why would you keep that from Saharim?
Because it's meaningless. Perhaps she was murdered, perhaps she departed on her own, never to return. She's gone.
What are the Scoia'tael fighting for?
Do you ask about the old ones, who hoped to restore our race to its previous glory? Or about the young ones, who fight for survival and out of suicidal revenge?
Yorvith's warriors. Which mold do they fit?
They believe they are still independent, and that there is but one just way to view their cause. In truth, however, they're but a shadow of the Enshe's former glory. They cling to delusions, or until they realize the truth themselves, which is, I believe, the worst.
Ah, vale. Aquí vende diagramas para trampas. Este me interesa.
You'll betray no one else, Elvin bitch.
I don't know what you're talking about!
Commandant Dorito will explain everything.
What's going on here?
A ver qué ocurre.
This whore's a Scoia'tael spy.
Any evidence?
What's it to you?
Easy. She loiters around the garrison, kick-kitting us. Roderick says he bound her, but I don't believe that.
I did!
That's your evidence?
2 of our lads are missing. Last seen with her.
I only spoke to them. Then they went off towards the caves. That's all I know.
The bitch is lying! She led them into an ambush!
This ought to be easy enough to resolve. Look inside the caves.
But they're crawling with all sorts of filth.
Do what you will. This is none of my business.
We'll take her to Laredo. He'll get the truth out of her.
Vaya por Dios.
Let's go kill some monsters. I'm a witcher! Ha-ya!
Bueno, aquí lo voy a
Hello, Geralt.